So first,
Absolutely.
and I was like,
let's dig it all up.
Oh, no.
True.
You'll never guess.
So sidebar.
Yes. And also, I feel like I shouldn't have to remember everything.
I know.
Actually, I have to talk about this.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is Also Podcast. We are back again. You're welcome. We've put aside our differences and come together just for this podcast so that you can get all the
differences.
Probably have differences somewhere.
That's true.
And we're here just to service you. But before we do officially, we have an Instagram, a TikTok, a YouTube, a Patreon. All the links are in our description. Please check that out. Also, be sure to rate, review, subscribe. I really did check for real again, and we have nothing. So,
guys, you're making her look and do work with no reward.
Sorry. The reward is you get to stare at me for like 2 hours.
No, and the reward for you to do that work and not have a review to read aloud.
Yeah, but your reward
is us.
Is hanging out with me.
Their reward should be filling out a review.
Yes.
How fun would that be?
I mean, maybe they're all illiterate. Maybe everyone listening to us is illiterate.
Right. I'm making an assumption that people know how to read and write.
We don't assume on this show anymore. We've been called out officially once before, and now we'll never assume.
That's so true.
Don't you remember? Okay, let's start with small celebrations. Meredith, do you have a small celebration?
Okay, this is in light of a negative thing, because obviously the sun is setting at like 4 p.m. right now. But I just say the sunsets from my office building have been epic, and I don't get to see sunsets from my home. Like, I don't face west, so I have been really enjoying it. Like, I always miss the sunset, but now I'm not because the sun is setting while I'm still at work.
Oh my god, lovely.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Thank you. What are you celebrating?
Honestly, I've just been full of a lot of anxiety. So my celebration is that I'm here and I have I have a body that gets me for where I need to go. And I have eyes that let me read. And I have ears that work. And I have a full head of hair. And I have a heart. Hair. Thank you so much. I have a heart and a brain. And I have a family who will take me in if all things go wrong. And
absolutely.
And I have friends that will listen to me complain.
Look at that gratitude from top to bottom of your body and everybody in your life.
Just wait till I start sobbing on this podcast.
That's okay. That's
my
okay.
My anxiety just gets me.
It's our podcast. We can do whatever we want.
It was one of those days where I had a full anxiety attack right in between 2 meetings. So I had 15 minutes.
Way to schedule that, though. Great job on timing.
To wipe my eyes, because I turn really red when I cry. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I go, the worst thing that happens is you die. And then it doesn't even matter. And so I got
amazing. Amazing.
The worst thing that happens is I die, and then it doesn't even matter anyway.
Not my problem anymore.
Hello, I'm dead, so it's not even that big a punishment. No, the worst thing that happens is everything goes wrong and then I'm alive. That's the worst. Fuck. But, so I'm just thanking myself. I'm celebrating that things are not as bad as they could be, especially for some people, or for me. We're fine. We're fine.
Yes.
Kind of. We're physically we're okay.
You're gonna keep going. Like, you have a body that can move you through this terribleness. You have people to support you through some terribleness. And
I always think
the world will keep spinning.
I could be a terrible white bald man, and I'm not. Thank God, because I have a full head of beautiful hair.
Feel so much better about everything.
You could be a terrible bald white man. And you could be short.
Life is actually pretty damn good.
Life is worth living.
I'm gagged. Yeah, that is the affirmation I need to say every day in the mirror.
Every night before you go to bed, you just go, at least I'm not a terrible white, short, bald man.
Yes.
Specifically, terrible, white,
straight,
short, straight, bald men.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
You know who
You're not listening to this podcast.
That's not true. We got one review from someone who definitely was probably a straight, white, short, bald
man.
A mixture of those descriptions.
But the chances of you listening to a podcast where two girls talk the whole time, you're probably not that terrible. You know, it's the ones that won't even listen to women.
Don't give this hypothetical man any credit.
You're right.
Come
You're
on.
Right. They're all terrible. All of them. Anyway, life is worth living because I have hair and they don't.
You have a body. Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, should we get into news?
Let's do it.
Do you have some news?
I have a few.
I have some news.
You go first.
Okay, I do want to talk about, did you see Sydney Sweeney? This girl sucks.
Oh my God.
Okay, so the controversy has been happening, but it all came to a head when she did that jeans commercial where she said she has great jeans and
her jeans are blue.
Yeah, a blue-eyed white woman. Great. And so she got all this backlash, and then she went to stupid Jeff Bezos. Life is worth living. I'm not Jeff Bezos. She went to stupid Jeff Bezos' wedding, and now she's also dating Scooter Braun, which is fucking terrible.
Yes.
Listen, as long as my life is not Sydney Sweeney, Jesus.
She also is dressing like a 50-year-old woman recently. Like, girlie, you have a good body. That is something worth living for. Stop dressing like you're 90 years old.
It's that Scooter Braun effect, I think. But
that's everything.
Anyway, she did an interview, and I only caught a little bit of it because I can't stand her. But
same.
When asked about said jean commercial that she received a lot of backlash for, where she could have said, "I didn't mean it like that. I am, I believe in this, and it's terrible."
Jeans. Yeah.
She literally was like, "When I have something I want to discuss, I'll discuss it." Fuck you, girl.
Insane.
And her movie Christie has totally flopped, which I think is just good news.
Did you see what she said about that?
About the flop?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Goes, I make art to make art, not to for metrics and for dollars. Babe, shut up. The studio who made that wants their money back.
Doesn't the public decide what art is kind of worth seeing?
I think all art is worth, people should just create stuff to create stuff, but you can't tell me Hollywood art is not off the back of money. There's a lot of investment into this, and people want their money back. So when people are angry at you, own that you fucked up on your little media tour.
Because you're not going to get hired. That's the thing. If you're just making art off your own budget, you should make art to make art. But the thing is, you're being hired to make art, so you're not
to make money.
Yeah, you need to
not really
you're
to
being
make art.
Paid to make the art. You're not really making art for funsies. You're being paid, so you then need to make a return. This isn't a hobby.
This is a career.
Fun fact, when you have a job and you're being paid for it, your job most of the time is to also make that company or whatever you're working for money back.
My team, we always say for the shareholders, we do it for the shareholders.
You do it for the shareholders.
Anytime there's success, we say we do it for the shareholders.
Yep.
So, babe, step up. This is your time to do it for the shareholder. Welcome
it's unfortunate
to the capitalist society we live in.
Enjoy your miserable life with Scooter Braun. Anyway, what do you have? You have anything?
This is also about a terrible person.
Awesome.
There are rumors that Jax fell off the wagon and is back in rehab. Jax Taylor.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, which wagon he fell off of? The cocaine one?
Probably all of them.
Man. Who could have saw that coming?
I'm like, okay, but when was the fall? Because let's be honest, there's no way that man was sober for the 200 days or whatever he claimed.
I don't even believe he really did rehab the first time around. He kept texting everyone.
I fully agree with that. Brittany made some comments on her podcast, and they were cryptic, where she was saying the divorce is complicated. They were supposed to be legally divorced over the summer, didn't happen, got extended to I think either October or November. But by now she should have been divorced again. They had a new date. And people are commenting on that. And she was like, the divorce is taking longer than expected. There are some things that are holding it up now. And I have cruised full time. And there isn't visitation. Honestly, I commend Brittany for trying to keep Jax in her son's life, because having two parents involved is really important. But there is, I think, only one reason two reasons Brittany would withhold Cruz from Jax. One, he's on drugs. And two, if he gets physical.
Yep.
And I think number two could happen if number one is happening.
Yep. Oh, man. Jax, no, no one was rooting for you. No one's surprised, but you're never going to hear this. Who the fuck was kind of rooting for him? I knew. It's one of those things where
I want it for their child. Like, I feel bad for Cruz.
Okay, sure. But, like, no one was like, yeah, I hope I mean, sure, we all
Nobody's holding their breath.
No, that's what I meant. No one's, like, expecting it.
Yeah.
Because that's talk about a lose on your investment right there. Oh my God. If you put bet money on this, man.
I assume that when they filmed season 3 of The Valley, at the end of summer and here into the fall, he had to be losing his goddamn mind, not having attention.
Of course. This man has been on our screens for like 10, 12, 15 years, whatever.
Yeah.
He loves attention.
It's his show. He loves it.
I hate him. Anyway. Oh, that's terrible for Brittany and Cruz. So sorry.
Yeah, so I can't celebrate this divorce yet. I'm not joking. I have things queued up for when this happens.
Oh my God. It's like never gonna happen. He's never gonna sign these papers.
No, that's what I fear. I do want her just separated from him. Like, I do want that for her.
He's never gonna sign the papers.
Another separation from like the Bravo sphere, because if they're not married, there's no story to tell outside of them co-parenting, but like also, she can tell that on her own.
I'm tired. The last season of The Valley was bleak. I wasn't having fun. I was like, it was almost too real.
It was too,
there's kids involved.
Like,
it was too real.
This same story up when other people want it to die is my least favorite reality TV. Like, what does Sutton say on Beverly Hills? Let the mouse lie. Like, we don't need to keep coming to the same events, saying the same thing, apologizing, moving on just to dig it up again.
It's just a lot darker when there are kids involved. And like, you know what I mean? Like, we watched this on Vanderpump Rules and it was good TV, but there were no kids involved. No one was married.
True.
Like, people's families weren't really in it. Like, I think it's the kids that really make this like less enjoyable and more like TLC hard to watch vibes, if that makes sense.
It's like John and Kate +8, where you're just like, what is your family doing?
Terrible.
Just to be on TV, what are you doing?
Yeah, because like, I was going to say, we've seen this storyline with Jax at least 100 times, but masked with different women in time periods of his life. But this was just so much darker because there's like a full fucking kid involved.
Yeah, that's like, so true. Because even the story, the narrative of like kids being on reality TV, when they get at least some like choice in it, like Dance Moms, like still toxic environment, but they were telling their own story. And like Kid Nation, like it was their narrative that was being told. It feels a little bit like easier to swallow, but it's when like you hear Jax throwing a coffee table at Brittany and like Cruz is in the room.
Cruz
like
is right there. That's dark.
I don't want to see abuse
Yeah.
Like playing out on TV. Like I want survivors to tell their stories, and that's like a narrative that, but I think like watching an abuser in real time do it is so gross.
Dark. Yeah, it's dark. It's super dark. Speaking of, did I tell you about my Kid Nation presentation I did? For the survival? I texted you about it.
You told me you were gonna do it, but
okay.
No.
Really quick side. This is news about me. My friend threw a survival birthday party for her 30th, and she was like, I want everyone to come share their skills of survival. I have the survival skills of a fart. I'm not gonna last long. So, no, literally. So my slide was that the beginning was literally, I have 0 survival skills. I only agreed to this because my friend begged everyone to please get involved with some sort of survival skill. I can offer nothing. However, this is a TV show I once watched, and it was literally Kid Nation. And I was like, I watch a lot of TV, so that's where I know all my skills from. And I said, like, I explained the show. It's a show about kids surviving in a Western town. And I said, listen, a lot of it is never going to help anyone here, but I learned how to kill a chicken, and so I played the video. I explained to Greg the 15-year-old butcher. And I showed the video. It was 17 seconds of these kids watching Greg beheaded chicken and Greg going, okay, you grab the head, you pull it, you pull back, hold on to the chicken, and he chops it. And you have a girl,
flap about.
Emily running away. And then the one Jared going, we've sped up the cycle of life and death, or whatever he said. And then that was the end. And my last slide was no questions, please. And then I got up and everyone was cracking up. And I was like, please let me know. The only thing I will say is if you want the Google Drive, let me know and I'll send you all the episodes.
If you want a link to it, I'm happy to share the rest of the show.
It got a lot of laughs. And it was better than, I don't know if it was better than anything else, but one of my friends was looking up how to buy a gun in New York. I would say it was better than that.
That's the thing, is yours was comedic, enjoyable, like,
yeah,
so also, random, unexpected.
They were like, oh, if it's the zombie apocalypse, where are the chickens? And I'm like, I don't know, but if you run, you probably do it to a pigeon as well. I don't know, but like,
very good
hypothetically,
point. Most birds this applies to.
If you run into a chicken, now you know. If the apocalypse happens, and I said in my presentation, I go, don't call me. If the apocalypse happens, assume I'm dead. Leave me alone. I'm dying in my apartment. It's cool.
I want to be in my apartment. I want to go out watching reality TV. Like, leave me alone.
One of my friends did say, why not join the zombies? And I was like, no, also.
Really good point.
Good point. So me and her were both like, I was like, listen, if you're a zombie, you could just bite the chicken. You don't even need this. Anyway, that's my Kid Nation news.
Incredible. Great job. Great job.
Got a lot of laughs. Do you have any other real news?
I do. Captain Jason has responded to Heather Gay's comment about like, oh, we've like fucked around. And he said that they have never slept together. They're really good friends. But am I the only one who Heather's initial comment, I just took it as, based on the context, not the word she was saying, but based on the context of the conversation, I just took it as like, she was like, oh, like, we're just friends. Like, we mess around. We like dick around. Like,
no, I didn't take it like that.
I didn't think she meant slept together until everybody else said it.
I said it because the way she said it was that she slept with him.
No, she said we've like fucked, like we just fuck around, and she was like talking about like her friendship with Jason.
No, the way Brittany said it was something else. There was something weird in the way she phrased it. I'm just saying, I didn't take
it like that until other people commented it.
I took it because I remember watching it at my office desk, and I was like, "No way they fucked!" Like I straight up was like, "What?"
Yeah, I that's not how my initial
You're the
reaction.
Minority, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm curious, like when she responds, what she'll say. Because if she
like,
did
I was
mean
drunk
it,
in my interview. I don't remember.
If she did mean it, no, it wasn't in her interview. It was when she was like sitting on a chair with Brittany on the back of the boat.
She was drunk. Like,
yeah. But I am so curious if it's what I think, like she'll be like, oh, that's like not what I meant. But either way, I think she'll be like try to like be like, oh, haha, I was just joking. But if they did sleep, or like if she did mean it and really wholeheartedly wanted to tell people they slept together, and they did or didn't, like this now gets awkward.
My only thing was, if I remember correctly, which it's possible I'm not, but she kind of said it, and then Brittany was like, oh, it seemed like Brittany was like, can I go for him? And Heather's like, yeah, we're cool. Like, it seemed like that. Like, no one would, it seemed like Brittany was a little like, oh, should I?
Brittany was taken aback by it because then in Heather's interview, the producers told her what she said, and she goes, I said that? Yeah. And they were like, yeah. And she goes, oh my God, delete.
Well, that's why it was weird that she was like, Brittany, you should hook up with Jason. Because I was like,
that's why I don't think she meant to say
maybe
that they
not,
slept together.
But she did say it.
Yeah.
Which was kind of the thing.
The impression on the audience was that they slept together. But I don't think she meant to say that. So, like, I don't think this is going to be as weird for her as people think it is, because people are saying she shouldn't show her face at BravoCon. I'm like, it is not that deep. It is not that deep.
I think just own up and be like, damn, did I misspeak? That's crazy. Yeah. Hey, I'll do it right now. I slept with Zac Efron. He can make a statement and then I'll go, oh man, I fucked that up. I lied.
Zach, please make a statement.
Like, I've never met this stalker in my life. Whatever. Oh, that's great. Good for Heather. Lie about it. The problem is, lie about people you slept with if they're not on the show you're on.
That is, this person is doing a press tour to try to tease their upcoming show so the timing doesn't work to get this one through.
I was a little, because I don't think Captain Jason, because he could, but I don't think he mixes work with pleasure, because he could.
Because this was before they came on the boat, they would have just been friends. That.
He doesn't really sleep with people in Bravo. He could. Everyone has thrown themselves at him. He slept
with like 2 people in Bravo.
Who?
Gigi from Shaws of Sunset.
Well, she's not on Bravo anymore.
Yeah, but she like attends BravoCon. She's still in the universe.
She's not a current employee though.
Well, now she is.
Well,
they have a show coming back, the Valley
Jason
Persian Style, I think is what their show is. And then there was one other person. It was either a housewife or because it wasn't Lala.
No. Which was why I was like...
Lala said she was down, but I feel like it was one of the housewives. Ashley Darby?
I don't think so. I don't know. I just feel like he could mix more business with pleasure, and he chooses kind of not to.
I think it got too much attention there for a minute, and it's like, whoa.
In a second, I would mix business with pleasure for him.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need the storyline of his shows to become who he slept with.
No, he's not a housewife. He's very private about that stuff. He's like, all we know is he has like a daughter. She lives in Thailand.
He has a daughter?
Yeah. Not an adult, but like a tween, I think at this point.
Wow. I've never watched any of his seasons, so I know nothing about him.
She lives somewhere in Asia.
Okay.
I think full time with her mom. And then Jason, whenever he's not working on a ship, goes to spend a lot of time with her.
Okay.
Like the first season, he was very big on like, that is my one true love is my daughter. Like she's so important to me. He's a really good dad from what it seems.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even really talk about what happened with him and his, I don't even know if it was his ex, his whatever. But he's just like, yeah, we have a great co-parenting relationship and my daughter lives in Asia somewhere. It's either the Philippines or Thailand. I can't remember.
Gotcha.
Fun facts. You should watch Captain Jason.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready for Below Deck Down Under to come out.
You should watch the other ones though. They're so fun.
Well, I have been focused on other things. Just you wait till we get to that watching.
Oh God. Okay. This isn't really news, but it relates to one of my books that I was reading, and it posed a question that I want to ask you.
What?
Because I am finally coming out and saying with a full chest my answer to this question.
What?
Meredith, is Adam Sandler funny?
I think he is.
You think genuinely he's like funny?
Yeah.
You like his movies? They're funny?
Yeah, I like his movies.
See, I've never enjoyed his movies that much, but I just thought he was like, he has moments that are funny. He's on SNL, great. But like, I remember growing up, I didn't really like Billy Madison. I didn't like Happy Gilmore. I thought there were like a lot of, oh my God, there was this one movie that my high school boyfriend and his friends would watch literally every weekend. It's called That's My Boy. The worst movie I've ever seen. But I just thought everyone thought Adam Sandler was funny. And I was like, Grown Ups was really funny. And like sometimes on SNL, he's funny. But I don't like his stupid characters. I don't like.
I just would say it's not your like type of humor then.
But then this book that I was reading presented it as like, it's really not funny because his movies are all this like, I'm going to ruin them, I think, for you. But they're all like this average loser white guy, right? Who's not really good at anything, who throws adult temper tantrums and gets angry about everything, ends up having the coolest secret hidden talent, makes millions, and there's always a hot woman that wants to sleep with him. And she's
Very
like,
true.
And that is why all these stupid millennial men who grew up on this think like they can have adult temper tantrums and still get the hot girl, and they can like make fun of people with disabilities or like point out people's struggles or like go to what was that one movie where he like goes back to kindergarten and there's still going to be a hot teacher that wants to sleep with him somewhere. And
that's a really good point.
No, reality not. And I was like, that's why I hated those movies, because I found nothing funny about him.
The humor normalizes really shitty behavior and it perpetuates it. Like the effect on culture, I agree with you.
It's
like
crazy.
The effect on culture is like on a really negative scale.
Yeah, and maybe it's different watching it like as an adult versus a kid versus like, are you drunk and high or not? Yeah. But like Grown Ups, he wasn't that stupid in it. He was actually like a father figure.
Hard is I really loved him on SNL. Like I also think when you have an influence of other people writing your sketches and like you don't get
play
as much
different
of a
characters.
Say. Yeah. So there's a lot more transition. When it comes to his movies, there's clearly a formula that works, kind of similar to this Sydney Sweeny discussion we had, that like the job is to make money. And so it's like he just keeps repeating the same cookie cutter set and it works.
Well, the author
that's
said,
not great.
The author was like, I don't think Adam Sandler was like a bad guy. I think like this was what was selling. Yeah. And he then made the money, because she's like, if you look at his later filmography, it is like a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
So she's like, and that might be because he became a dad of a couple daughters. And like, you know, it is very different. But like in the 2000s, men could throw temper tantrums. I mean, That's My Boy is literally, it's about, remember that case where like a teacher slept with like a student and he got her pregnant? That's My Boy. And Adam Sandler is that, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but he is that student. Oh my God. Yeah. Yuck. and all these boys every Friday night would be like, oh, it's the best movie we've ever seen. And I was like, oh my God, I hate this movie.
That's so true. Like it definitely shows like it's like a time capsule of weird. Like what the culture was and the conversations were. And it's really nice. I sometimes look back and I'm like, it is so nice to see how far we've come and like being able to speak up and kind of change some of these narratives. Like women are obviously at the forefront of that conversation, but men need to catch up.
Yeah, I was just wondering because like I'll die on the hill. I think Grown Ups is one of the funniest movies.
I think it's so funny.
I love Grown Ups.
I love the idea of it. Like such a good, whoever like came up with that, really good.
I love Grown Ups. But I even tried watching Happy Gilmore 2 and I made it maybe 15 minutes. And I was like,
I never liked like the first Happy Gilmore. It's just not my movie.
It's the golf one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It just isn't my thing.
Yeah, it just never, I don't know. It wasn't it. I was really trying to watch it because there's a woman basketball player that was in it. And I was like, damn, this movie sucks.
And that's why I didn't, not her specifically, but I didn't want to watch the second one because I just heard there were so many celeb cameos.
So many cameos.
It just was stupid.
Yeah. Team Grown Ups. That's my one Adam Sandler movie. The rest can burn for all I care. Waterboy, I never watched. I've never even seen The Wedding Singer. Any of it.
That's a good one.
I've seen 50 First Dates.
That actually is kind of a funny concept.
I don't think that's like a bad concept, but I've only ever seen it once, I think, and I didn't care that much about it after, if that makes sense.
Man, he made so many movies.
Yeah, he was cranking them out because he was making money. Yeah. He was like a cash cow, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's just crazy to think about it.
I wanted to pose the question because I've been wondering if I was the only one that ever, I know my mom hated Adam Sandler movies, but that's not her humor. Like I like humor. I think
his humor is somewhat niche. And I do think because he was making so many movies and he was so out there that it's one of those things that you just say he's funny. Not even just like the style like we were discussing, but if it's not your humor, you just say you like it because everybody else likes it and you don't want to be the odd one out.
He has like funny moments. Time. Yeah. Remember the movie Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston? That's a really great movie.
I don't think I've ever seen. Oh wait, was that on like Netflix where it's like their exes or she pretends to be his ex-wife?
Yes, and they all go to Hawaii together. That's a funny fucking movie. Yeah. But he's like being put in his place by a strong, awesome woman who's like, just shut the fuck up and like follow me. And Grown Up Salma Hayek is like literally just behave. And he's like, okay. So I think I like that. I don't like when it's like this weird grown man having
a guy
temper tantrum about golf or I don't know, going to kindergarten. And then the teacher's like, but I want to sleep with you. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm team no-go. Anyway,
okay.
Interesting. I just needed to discuss. Thank you so much for letting me pose this question.
Yeah. What book was that?
It's called The Witches Are Back. It's my book club book. It was published in 2019, and it's about the Me Too movement post the first Trump administration. It's actually like, I thought it would have been, at first it was kind of hard to get into because I was like, damn, I'm like living it again. I'm living what this woman's talking about again. But to be so honest, it is really nice to the book is mostly just this woman bitching about all the horrible things. And I'm like, thank God, because it's kind of set up like a memoir, but she has a whole chapter where she's like, I, as an adult, watched all the Adam Sandler movies because I had never really seen them. And she's like, and they were kind of fucking terrible. And like, now that I'm watching it and this happened and that, and she's like, and it's not his fault. But it's her, like, basically the book is what the discussion we just had.
Yeah.
She goes into, like, there's just, like, different questions that she poses of, like, why are we this way or why? And I do love that every time she, like, refers to Donald Trump, she's like, that fucking weirdo loser freakazoid. And I'm like, yeah. But it's very, like, interesting in the sense that it just feels like another person. Like, I'm not crazy sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's only 200 pages, so it's very fun.
Quick read.
Fun little read. Anyway, do you have any more news or should we go into reading?
Let's dive headfirst into reading. What have you been up to?
Okay, I gotta tell you about this book. I'm gonna spoil it because it wasn't that good. Okay, it's called Like a Power Play, and it's another sports romance because I'm on the hunt for a really good sports romance where the girl actually knows about sports. Yes, it is. Did you know what a power play is? Because I still kind of
do. But I was like,
amazing.
What a weird name for a book. That's not what I thought would think like a romantic sports movie
you wouldn't think.
Book would be.
Okay, I gave it 3 stars because it wasn't.
That's kind of high for you saying it's terrible.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad because here's what happened. Right. 2 girls and they're both hockey players, but one of the girls is like a retired hockey player. They were in college because she's
already retired.
Well, she has rheumatoid
arthritis.
Yes, thank you so much.
No
she
problem.
Has her half the time in the book, it's the other girl not remembering what it's called and calling it like rhinoceros-aritis or whatever, and so I don't know what it's called. Rheumatoid arthritis. Anyway. So she had to like give, like it was taken from her because of this chronic illness. So her name's Darcy. So she's like retired. She like was at a school in Minnesota and now she like transferred to the school where her mom coaches at in Seattle. And now there's this other girl, Peyton, and she's the star of the Seattle team. And she has like a dad who's a famous hockey player, right?
There's always a famous hockey parent.
Someone's got to be.
It kind of pisses me off. Why can't we just be normal? Why does there have to be one rich, like, prodigy family?
We must be famous. So she's the star, and Darcy's mom's the coach, and she knows Darcy's in her, like, depression because she had to give up her sport, and Darcy was, like, number 1 in the country or whatever. And so, not well known enough, though, that these other girls in Seattle know who she is. So I don't know about what's happening in women's hockey, but that sounded weird.
A plot, like just plot hole here.
So Darcy's mom is like, hey, you're going to be our student coach. Like, you have no choice in the option.
Of course.
So Darcy is, and she immediately butts heads with Peyton because she thinks Peyton is like taking this for granted because her dad's a famous hockey star and like whatever. In reality, Peyton is so anxious that all her, like everything she's ever gotten is because of her dad and not based on her talent. So she's always working extra hard and like pushing her body to the limits, which angers Darcy, who no longer has a body for hockey. So she's like, this bitch is just wasting her fucking energy.
Like pushing too hard and is going to burn out.
Like, I have to prove myself.
Wow.
Because it's always like written in the papers that I'm just my dad's daughter.
Like, I'm not Peyton, I'm so-and-so's daughter.
I want to prove that whatever. Sure. So they do butt heads, which I was like, yes, enemies for once in my life. They were. The first time Peyton did see Darcy, she was like, oh, redhead hottie. And then Darcy got on her nerves and Peyton's like, I'm going to fucking kill her with my skate. Like, I hate her. So I did appreciate that they did hate each other for a little bit.
But do they hate each other for a decent amount or does it quickly go away, because that always bothers me.
For a hot minute, they do not necessarily hate each other, but man, are they fucking annoyed.
They're buddy. Like, yeah. They're getting on each other's nerves.
For at least 30% of the book, they are Jesus Christ. But then they go to this like hockey camp.
Yeah, what's the moment
in the woods
changed?
Or something? They're forced to share a cabin together because the mom is basically like, you two have some fucking issues and I'm going to kick you both out of my team if you don't fucking figure it out. And so they like are forced to.
They basically parent trap them.
Yeah,
like,
they parent trap them in the woods.
The
Exactly. And so Peyton's mostly like trying to make some effort, but Darcy is like so not about. She's kind of like, you know, kind of a bitch, but I'm into it. It was fine.
Love.
But then one night, Darcy is somewhere else. So Peyton's hanging out with her teammates, and the teammates Google Darcy finally, and they're like, oh my God, she was a star hockey player. But all it says in the news is that she quit. She's a quitter.
Oh.
So all these girls are like, oh my God, she fucking quit. And then Darcy, of course, walks up and is like, and she runs to the cabin, but Peyton runs after her, and Darcy's like very upset, and Peyton's like, she doesn't leave her. She's like outside the cabin waiting for Darcy to like let her in or whatever. I think Peyton was just hiding out. But she waits, which Darcy's like, that's really nice. She tells Peyton what happened and was like, it was my choice. And Darcy was like, oh, that's why you're so mad that I like work extra hard. And Darcy's like, yeah, you fucking idiot.
You're just taking it out on me.
Yeah. So then Peyton somehow she kind of tricks Darcy and like gets her back on the ice for once. And Darcy's like feeling it a little more. And she's like, oh my God, this was fun. And then they hook up. In the cabin.
I'll do it.
But Darcy's like, I'm not gonna do this ever again. And Peyton's like, whatever, I'm gonna make sure you do. And so then they come to an agreement where Peyton is going to help Darcy get in better with the team, but Darcy has to help Peyton train in a way that's not going to burn her body out. Okay. And so they start hanging out a lot, and then they actually don't hook up a lot. They're just like kind of friends for a while, which is actually kind of nice too. But I wish they hooked up like a little more, because at that point I was like, just kiss already. You know, like,
you're like, come on, you already hooked up once. What's
you're both drunk. Let's just, come on, let's just hook up already. Yeah, but they like slowly like each other or whatever. They hook up a few more times, but not really. And then at the championship game afterwards,
there's always a championship game,
or maybe they don't win. I don't know. It was like a really important game, and they like win. And then Peyton's gonna tell Darcy that she's in love with her, and then Darcy passes out, which is wild, because then we go to the hospital, and it was something with her arthritis where something poked a lung or something. I don't remember, but something happened where she couldn't breathe, so they had to go to the hospital.
Don't know anything about rheumatoid arthritis.
Medically, I have no idea, but something happened.
Obviously, her lung isn't working.
So then Peyton wakes up, or no, not Peyton. Darcy wakes up.
Darcy,
and Peyton's like, do you remember? And Darcy's like, yeah, I love you too. And then they date. Oh, and Darcy had this idea for like it's basically like a accessible hockey league for people who might need like extra help, or, you know, bodies might be worse off. And so she gets connected with Peyton's rich father and then creates a hockey league around it.
Incredible.
I liked the longing of us like getting to the hookup.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, y'all gotta you should be more spicy about it. Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
There's not this whole, and we did have a moment. I did think of you, and I was like, Meredith would crack up. We did have a moment on the ice where the ex came back. Darcy's ex was there, and Peyton ran the fuck over her because she was a ref. So Peyton hit the fuck out of her. And then I was like, really romantic, and then they hooked up, which, again, I don't agree to. Don't beat people up for me. But overall,
that's not the way to get Alicia.
It was a 3-star because we really did have enemies, and the slow burn was there. After that, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was fine. Anyway. But guess what book I got from the library? You're gonna love this.
Oh yeah, new library card holder.
Guess which book I just got? I have to finish one book first before I get to this book. I got the newest book in that stupid rugby series.
Oh my God.
Remember that?
How
that was
could
like
I ever
a year
forget?
ago. Yeah, no, terrible. That author's a terrible person. but I'm happy I'm getting it from the library now.
What book? Who does this book focus on? Because doesn't it always go to a new group?
Yes. They're a new couple.
We had Shannon and the main guy.
Yeah, just to refresh. We had Shannon and Johnny. Those were the first 2 books. Remember, Johnny had a lot of issues with his balls and Shannon was getting the shit beat out of her. Those were the 2 main storylines. Then the next book was
about her brother
Joey.
Loved. We love Joey.
We love Joey and his girlfriend Aoife,
who got pregnant.
Yes. And we love that. We love their story.
And Joey moved on to Aoife's parents, like, property, or they bought him a house.
Yes, yes. No, they live on Johnny's parents' property.
His parents.
We're all together. Because Johnny's parents adopted Shannon and her younger brothers, so technically Shannon and Johnny are step-siblings. Even saying it is terrible.
Correct. I don't think I fully formed that thought when we did this the first time.
In their defense, they were dating first. In their defense, they were dating first.
Yeah, I know Joey and his girl and their baby got somehow a house from people.
They live on Johnny's mom. Because remember, they don't have parents. They died in that fire. So
I forgot about the fire.
But Joey's 18, so he didn't
get adopted.
He was technically responsible for his siblings. And Johnny's parents were like, we don't want to separate you from your siblings because you're the only parent they've ever had. So you can live on our property with your son for free because we're filthy rich. Yeah. In the middle of Ireland somewhere.
You can be with your sister and her boyfriend/step sibling.
Yeah, you can watch them sneak around and shit. Because they're step-siblings.
Yeah, this isn't weird at all. Just come live with us. Let's add illegal. Layer.
Yeah, let's just do that. For sure. And then the next book, so those were books 1, 2, 3, 4. And then book 5 was about, this was terrible. It was one of Johnny's best friends, Gibbsy, and one of Shannon's best friends, Claire. And that was one of the worst books I've ever read in my life.
I don't think you told me much about that one because I do remember the name Claire and she sucked.
I zoomed through. Claire was sunshine and bubbles all the time. Gibbsy was also kind of weird. I didn't like that book at all. Mostly because I hate the character of Claire. I think Claire's the fucking worst. But, so, Shannon has 2 friends. And that's it.
Fuck these friends.
She has Claire, who I hate. And then she has Lizzie, who's very similar to a Joey, let's say. Okay? Lizzie's gone through a lot in her life. From what we know of Lizzie, her sister committed suicide. Very dark. Trigger warning to everyone. Her dad left and her mom basically is checked out. But Lizzie's
obviously, because this town is full of horrible parents who just don't care about their kids. And aren't they all going to private school?
Well, now, Shannon and Joey used to go to public school because they couldn't afford.
Yeah, but if this is one of her friends, is this a private school person? So they all
went to public, like elementary, and then they went to private high school where Shannon then transferred in and got hit by the rugby ball. Remember? That's how she met Johnny. Yeah. Good times. Anyway, so Lizzie is basically portrayed because all the books are from people's POVs, right?
Yes.
So Johnny hates Lizzie. Gibbsy fucking hates Lizzie. Claire thinks Lizzie's a total bitch because she's mean to Gibbsy. The thing is, here's the thing about—
Get off my girl's back.
No, literally, I'm such a Lizzie defender. It's, I think, not the popular opinion. Here's the thing. Lizzie's sister was found with a suicide note that basically said that Gibbsy's brother, like,
I remember this,
did something terrible. We find out from Gibbsy's point of view that Gibbsy's brother would like sexually assault him.
Yeah.
But in the note, it seems like he sexually assaults Lizzie's sister, who then committed suicide. So like Lizzie cannot look at Gibbsy without hating him because of what his brother did.
Okay. And right? Is that public knowledge?
No. Gibbsy. Okay. I mean, not until like the end of Gibbsy's book.
Okay.
And even then, I don't think everyone in the group knows. I think it's just Johnny and Shannon and Claire. So gotcha. I don't think Lizzie knows. But basically, Lizzie is kind of a bitch because no one checks in on her. Everyone just assumes she's
checks
tough
in
girl.
on any of these people.
No one,
Why don't
people were really like, is Shannon okay? No one checks in. The way no
Nobody
one checks in on Joey,
Yeah.
no one kind of checks in on Lizzie, right? So she like really does struggle a lot. She, though, has found a kinship with Joey, which I love because Joey does see just like a girl who's trying to survive.
But like a platonic one, right? Not romantic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I'm like, we've got a baby involved now.
When Joey was at his lowest, he was going to jump off a bridge. I don't know if you remember that part.
And Shannon's friend.
Lizzie.
Yes.
Because that was the bridge her sister jumped off of.
Yes.
And so Lizzie,
Lizzie
like saved Joey's life. And so Joey is like, he tells Lizzie all the time, like, I am only a father and like a husband or like a fiance, whatever the fuck he is, a boyfriend because of you. Like, so he really does, he'll never not love Lizzie in a way. Yeah. And I think he sees like this girl
that he could probably be that for her. Like, how can he have a major impact to make her life better?
I think
so she can have all the joys in life.
Yeah, he's looking in a mirror and is like, she's just trying to survive the same way I was. Like some of us aren't this bubbly person. Some of us are fucking evil. Sometimes you have a dark
cloud over your head, and you just need somebody to help you get through it.
And the only reason Joey made it was because Aoife really took a chance on him and like helped him. So Joey's like, I will always be there for Lizzie, right? Great. Mm-hmm. So in a little bit, you do see like throughout Claire and Gibbsy's book, like Joey talks to Lizzie separately and Claire's always like, why are they talking? And fuck you, Claire. Anyway, so that's Lizzie. Claire has a brother who's named Huey, I think. I don't remember. But basically, when we meet Huey, he's dating a different girl named Katie. He's dating Katie. However, you could kind of tell Huey and Lizzie got a little something. And from what I've put together is they used to date and then they broke up for some reason. Really? I don't know. And I think they're going to be the soulmates because he dates Katie. But he doesn't really like Kate. You can kind of tell in the books. He doesn't really care that much about Katie. But I think he's a good enough guy and comes from a good enough family that he's like, I treat Katie really great. But he always is caught like, look, particularly by Joey, who's like, these two have something going on. The first minute he meets them, he's like, Huey and Lizzie are gonna fuck, but he's dating this other girl that I don't even know her name.
This girl's just in the way. Like, we're waiting for that to end so then this can finally like restart.
Yeah, the first time he sees Lizzie like post, like when they go to high school, because he knew Lizzie as a kid. Lizzie was like, asked him for like a cigarette and Joey was like, shouldn't you be more concerned about like the guy you're totally in love with who's dating the other girl? And she's like, what? And he's like, yeah, I can fucking, it's not, you guys are stupid. Like, I could see it. So Joey clocks it a lot. So there's something that happens there that I think this book is going to go through the whole thing. Because Claire and Gibbsy's book started when they were like 5 and went all the way to through.
So you get the backstory. That is nice. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Claire's, not Claire.
You didn't
Shannon and Johnny
them,
met immediately.
But getting the backstory on Lizzie will be really nice with Hugh. Like, their first dating and like
they
why
break
they broke
up at some point.
I want to know that tea.
And then, I just know I'm going to love it. Even though this author fucking sucks. I just know I'm going to be so pro Lizzie because I've always been. And I'm such a Joey person that like, I just know that this is going to.
I love it.
But I'm also hoping to get more Joey because I really miss him. Him and Aoife were my favorite. I don't care when they're like hanging out without them. I don't give a shit.
Give me another book on Joey, please.
No, literally, they could do not. The whole book could be like Joey looked at Aoife and Aoife looked back, and I'd be like eating it up. These two, but I don't want to read about Shannon and Johnny in the fucking corner again.
Agreed.
Or like, I am excited to finally villainize Gibbsy and Claire a little bit because they're really mean to her.
Write a strongly worded email to the author.
No, she's a terrible person, so I don't really care.
Yeah, but it's like, just give me more Joey. Every day you just send an email that says more Joey, more Joey.
Everyone wants it. I've decided once I build out a library for myself, because I do like having series. Like if I have one book in the series, I have to have all the books. Not for this series. I will only buy Joey's books, and the other ones can go to hell.
Love it.
They're terrible. Not Joey.
Joey gets prime placement on that shelf.
How obsessed I was?
Yeah.
I love Joey. They were such good books. That was drama. That was drama. Someone make a TV show.
I know, but it's just like a lot. Like the abusive parents and then the fire and the pregnancy and the almost committing suicide.
But
like
it was still
that was
funny,
a journey.
Because Aoife and Joey were so funny together. Like when they were together, it was just anytime anyone else got involved, it was like fucking hell for everyone. But just them hanging out,
perfection.
They were chilling. They were just chilling.
Maybe that's why there can't be another
They have
book.
their own house. I'm hoping Lizzie goes over there a lot. And I want Lizzie and Aoife to be friends. But she's a mom, so I think she's a little busy doing shit.
Yeah, but like Joey's a dad.
That's true.
Still friends.
And also, they have a rich family who could probably also get them a nanny if needed.
There we go. We can get a babysitter from our new mom and dad.
Yeah.
And we can hit the town.
To be so honest, when I was reading Claire and Gibbs's books, I straight up would like skim every page unless I saw like Joey's name, and I was like, must read.
You're a lunatic.
Or Aoife's name, because I don't give a fuck.
Totally get it.
Anyway, those are my books, but I do have that one. I have to finish a different book first. I'm making myself, and then I'll read.
Okay.
It's called Releasing 10. Don't read it. The author's a fucking terrible person. I'll just read it and let you know if it's worth it.
Yeah, that's how we want it.
Okay, let's get into watching. What are you watching?
Really?
Are you reading?
Get off. I read every night. What do you mean, are you reading?
Oh, come on. That's new.
That is not new.
It is. You were saying you can't read before bed. You haven't been.
I read every night.
Really?
Sometimes I don't read if I'm like up really late and I need to go to bed, but I usually, yeah.
Okay.
I've been reading the
reading?
Bridgerton series, and
how's that?
I will say I'm a big Shonda Rhimes stan, and she made that show so magical. And to be honest, once you've watched the show, the books are kind of lackluster because the way she brought that world to life and like the music, the costumes, like the multicultural like aspect and how she tweaked the storyline really adds like so much layer to it. Like I read the second one with like the Viscount. And I love that she added in like the Indian family coming in, and it like just seamlessly flows into the storyline.
Oh, were they not Indian in the book?
No, there's no like mention of people's like races and stuff. Which like obviously
you can assume they're all white.
They're all white.
It's medieval,
but it is still a family that comes into town and is only gonna do like one season, and they don't have as much money, but like. The way they just like built into that storyline some added layers is like perfection that I'm like, these books are just not. I love the storyline because I love the Shonda Rhimes version. So I'm just adding in the Shonda Rhimes elements into my own brain and just pretending that that's what's written in front of me.
So how many have you read?
I've read the first two.
So was that Anthony and Daphne?
Yeah.
Or no, it's different, isn't it, in the books?
No. Well, the next season of Bridgerton will go out of order of the books.
Oh, I thought the books were in alphabetical order, like by child that way. Oh,
no. Okay. The way we've gotten the last 3 seasons is the way the books go.
So it's Daphne, Anthony, and Colin, right?
Yes. And then we are getting Benedict's next, but it should be the next daughter or the third daughter, should be next, I think. Which they did tee that up, and they're like making that a queer relationship.
Yes,
but they did tease that at the end of the last season because I think they like wanted.
I don't
even
think
though
they
aren't
knew which
giving
way
it to us.
They were going.
Does
that make sense? Yeah, I think they were torn at the end of filming if they were going to go with like.
I don't think so. I think they made an announcement about it.
Oh, really? They were doing Benedict next?
That they were going out of order.
Oh, why do you think they were doing Benedict next, you know? Think it's something to do with the actors?
That's a good point. I also wonder if they're trying to build up to Francesca's story because she goes, like, she gets married at the end of Colin's season, and her true love is the cousin of her husband. Yeah. So I think they need some time to burn that story out before they actually focus on them.
Okay.
So I
have them married for a little bit.
Have them married.
Okay.
Something's going to happen to him. Like they're going to breadcrumb the early version of her story and why she gets to the point where she's in a second relationship.
Okay. Interesting. I thought it was kind of because of the actors. Because I know Jonathan Bailey made an announcement that he's not returning to acting, so he will not be, which is so upsetting because he's the best part of the Bridgerton series.
Yeah, I know.
Him and Kate were the best.
I agree. I think it's hard because once your storyline's over, you're just a side character. So to like spend all that time, because there's all these dances they have to learn. Like they do a lot. Their filming time is way longer than most shows, I believe.
No, totally understand. But I think some of the best parts were like the back, like who the story wasn't around. Like I liked having all the siblings together. Like in that first season, it was a lot of fun. And then I know what's his name, the guy that played the Viscount didn't want to come back. So
the Duke in the first one.
Sorry, yes, yeah. Anthony's the Viscount. The Duke didn't want to come back.
When he wouldn't come back after the first, I was like, is this how it's going to be? Every time we get somebody married, now we're done with them? Because I would love them to... I understand if they're not going to be in every episode, but like make an episode where it's like, okay, all the siblings like who are married came to town and give me a glimpse of all of them.
Well,
give me a 3-day filming for everybody who doesn't really want to be there and do it all at once.
Well, one of my favorite scenes in Anthony's season is when Daphne comes back and they play like the what is it? Like the game, the ball game, cricket or whatever. Croquet. Yeah, whatever they're doing. But like that was fun because all the sibling dynamic was so interesting. And then I don't think she came back for Colin's season, but Anthony did, and he was like helping his brother out with some stuff and like the Penelope of it all. And like I think it's also helpful because then like Benedict is this older sibling, and at least he has like he's not just hanging out with Eloise, who I know the actress in real life is in her 30s, but you know.
Yeah. But yes. Well, it's like you would think that for Benedict's, they like Jonathan Bailey's character would be like really close to him. So it's like in all of this, it just is sad to see, especially because he's the Viscount. Like he's the one who's overseeing the family. So like his character will be most notably missed.
He would have to come back for his sister's stuff then, right? Benedict not so much because like Colin it didn't matter.
They can write those out of there. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, it's all up to if he wants to be in it. They're going to have to write the story around like these people leaving.
I do really like, it seems like they all have a lot of fun on set.
Yeah.
Plus also the girl or the woman who plays Eloise, I can't think of her name. She is the single funniest person like in the whole world. Like all her interviews are so good. She does a great job with the character.
I agree.
She's the most interesting character, I think. And her interviews are so funny. I like cackle watching them. She's so good.
Is the actress who plays Penelope still on board? Because she is...
I have no idea. Nicola Kokla or whatever?
Wither, whatever her name is.
She's what?
Lady Whistledown. Why couldn't I think of the name of the
but that's
scandal?
The other thing is she's exposed. So what happens now? Do we get Lady Whistledown?
Not to everybody, though.
Yes, she is.
Was it? It's been a while since that came out. I hate that Netflix drops their shows so far apart.
Yeah, don't tell me about it. Stranger Things is about to confuse the fuck out of me. But no, she came out at the end of the season in front of the Queen and was like at that event. She's like, "I am Lady Whistledown," and everyone was like, "Oh,
yes."
So not everyone in the world, but everyone in their stupid town for sure. Yeah. I remember Colin was like, "I'm so proud of you," and I was like, "No, fuck you, Colin. Why couldn't you just let the secret?" I never understood that.
It was good because of the secret.
Like I don't know why he was such a dick about it.
I get why he was upset that his like best friend was writing shit about their family. You can be mad about that, but why are you like leave your job because I fucked you and now we have to get married?
Why are you telling me to leave your job?
Let that girl be independent. Also, like that takes pressure off of you. Like she's raking it in.
You're a nepo baby, man. Her dad, like
you don't have a job.
She doesn't have a dad to provide. She has her mom, who seems to be like living off their cousin at this point. Like it's super weird. Let her make dressing her
in like orange. Let her have those beautiful green gowns that fit her complexion so well.
The fuck?
Leave her alone.
And I get it. She could have said, "I'll tell the Bridgerton family." You know, like I'll tell your family. Yeah. I'll stop. Like
I'll apologize.
But she had to talk bad. I get it. From a business perspective, that's the most notable family.
To save Eloise. It was about Eloise.
Save Eloise. She wrote that she's a tramp or something. Yeah.
And it's like Eloise never would have written that about herself, so it took the spotlight off Eloise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I had to pour your daughter out, but it was to save her.
The fuck? Also, Colin's mom wasn't even that mad. So why is Colin that mad?
No, I also love Violet. I love that family. I love how close they are because they're not weirdly close, you know?
They're not weirdly close.
They would never kiss each other.
They're sibling close. They are perfect sibling close, where they will hang out and like throw balls in the house, but then go outside.
Razz each other.
Yeah. The razz is fun. You never see them touch inappropriately.
No, that's one thing I will say. The book, Daphne's book, did really well. Is they really describe Daphne and why she has great humor and why she's actually a really appealing match, because she has brothers who like let her vibe with them. Yeah. And like that's not standard. Like most families do not let the girls like have a sense of humor, or, like learn like to like be one of the guys.
We love the Bridgertons.
Like, I love this family.
We love the Bridgertons. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we go into watching? Because we were basically just talking about a TV show.
Yes, tell me what you've been watching.
Nothing. I need show racks. Can you help? I mean, I finished Selling Sunset and that was bad and stuff.
Alicia, I have a good show rack. I don't know. You're going to have to tell me if you like this vibe, but I watched The Diplomat on Netflix and it is so good. Okay. It is like a political drama, which like sounds off-putting because of our climate, but this is like old school politics. Like this is not our crazy world. So it just reminds me what political highs and lows should be, you know, and obviously it's adds some drama to it, but the premise is that this woman, her husband was a ambassador for years and she was a chief of station, so like his kind of like chief of staff in a sense.
Okay.
And she is going to go be an ambassador for the first time in Kabul. And at the last minute, the U.S. changes her to London, which is one of the most serious posts. She's never been an ambassador before.
Oh, okay.
And once they get there, it's because they want her to be the next VP. Like they want to oust the current VP and put her in place. And so like 5 or 6 ambassadors to England have become president. So it's like, this is a great training ground. This is a great place to put you at the forefront of American politics. Okay. Get some like, you know, experience. And then we're going to pitch you for VP in like 6 months. And so it's like her being an ambassador for the first time at a very crucial post. Her husband used to be an ambassador. So people really respect him and hate him, but he's causing shit for her own ambassador shit. And she's like, can you just not? Like, can I be the star for once? And their marriage is on the rocks. Their goal was to go to Kabul, get divorced, but they can't because now she might be VP. It's so good,
can't
Alicia.
Be divorced. Yeah.
No, it's really good. And then there's this like terrorist attack that like happened on a ship, like a British ship. And so she's like navigating this crisis for England. And then you like learn more about it. It's so good. I don't know if you ever like, I loved Scandal because I loved the political aspect and the like boss ass bitch
I've never watched
that was happening.
Scandal.
But it's kind of giving me that with more of the drama, less of the like romantic-y stuff going on.
So you recommend both Scandal and The Diplomat for me.
Scandal is one of my favorite shows ever. Highly recommend Scandal, but it can take a minute to, I think, fall in love with the dynamics because the dynamics of everybody are really important. Mm-hmm. And so like that you find out season 1. The Diplomat is much more like...
It starts out hot.
It's just like not so much about their relationships, more like these are insane political moves like this woman has to make and the relationship she is making. It reminds me more of an HBO show because you're just like, wow, this is really good writing, really good acting. Like there aren't like many like plot holes. It's just like very like, whoa, that's an insane situation.
Okay.
Versus Scandal is like, oh, girly, like damn, like you're a boss ass bitch, but like your romantic life is a mess, and I love it.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
Scandal has, I think, 7 seasons. Diplomat has 3, and like it's airing now. Diplomat
is,
so it's a good one. Scandal's over.
Okay, because I do need. Today was trying to be like, I want like a scripted show that I can watch.
Those are 2 good ones.
Here's the thing: when I work from home, I don't watch as much Bravo because I try to save it for The Office. So, and I have more channels at home. And on my phone, I only have Peacock. So that is my only option at The Office. But my main thing is like I'm very picky about what I watch during work, and I was like, I need like a good scripted show.
Okay, I would go Scandal because you don't have to pay attention as much. The Diplomat, like I was missing things, and then I was like, "Fuck, I have to like rewind this."
Well,
because
even
it's
tonight,
very specific.
Yeah, even tonight, I was like, I really want a scripted show. Even last night I was looking for one and I was like, I can't find it.
The Diplomat is good if you just have a few hours because it's only 10 episodes for the Diplomat and it's 3 seasons. So like 30 episodes, like you can chug that along when you have like a Friday night, you just like want to lay down and watch something and like give it your attention. Scandal would be a good one to work to because it's not that serious on the like political craziness, but you just have to know who's who and like how they know each other. So if you miss a relationship context, you need to know it. Because as it goes on, their relationships get more fraught. And you're like, yeah, but like Olivia and Cyrus, like they've been working on campaigns for years. So her not being in his pocket is like, that's crazy. So they do a lot of flashbacks in Scandal.
Okay, love that. I'll watch both. I need more scripted shows. I've been watching a lot of Love Island UK and I'm kind of...
What season?
I'm on season 10.
Okay.
That's the one. I really like Catherine right now. I think there's a guy named Zach. The problem is all their names have started to go out the windows because I'm really binging. So I have no idea. Like Catherine's talking to this guy Scott right now. I don't think Catherine's found her guy.
Yes.
There was also Zach. Molly just went home. Katie McDermott came back. Like Jess.
This I'm pretty sure was a winter season. So it wasn't.
No, it was summer. The last one was winter. The last one, season 9.
People do not like Molly.
When I don't like Molly. Did you like Molly?
When she went home, no. But when she went home, and like I watched that like pretty much live.
Yeah.
They thought there were rumors going around that her mom worked for ITV, and that she was like a favorite of production, and like all this stuff was going to happen, and like. People did not like her and just like wait because like she's still in the conversation at a certain point.
Weird. Yeah. I don't like her. I don't like her with Zach. Zach gives me bad vibes.
I don't like their relationship because there's relationships I feel like on that show where you're like, okay, I actually think you guys could work together. There's ones where I'm like, I like you for this show. Like,
who's
let this be a situationship. And then like theirs, I'm like, I don't get this. Like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they're just like, yeah, it's so easy. Like they went rollerblading together and I was like, yuck, these two. I don't know. I don't believe any of the couples so far. I really just need Casa Amor to come and like fuck everything up. I am angry because it seems like the public doesn't really like Catherine, and Catherine's my favorite so far, my Irish girl. I really like her. But I need to slow down because I remember 0 of their names. But I just finished season 9, and that ended up being that was a crazy season, Meredith, because for most of it, there was this guy, Kai. I hated Kai. I was like, Kai's such a lame-o loser. But once he met his girl, Sanam, I was like, oh, I'm so for. And he went toe-to-toe with Olivia, and Olivia was like, you need to apologize to me. And Kai's like, I'm not fucking apologizing to you.
Did they win?
Yeah, Kai and Sanam did win.
I think they're still together.
I literally have texts that they got married, but I have texts to my friend.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with them. Cute. Once they're off my screen, there's so many of them. Is the hard part.
I just looked up like Kai because I was like, what's he up to now? And I was like, oh my God, he's married to Sanam. But
oh my God.
I have texted to my friend where I was like, Kai is so fucking stupid, dude. Who wants this man on the show? And I was like, I'm eating my words. I hope he wins this fucking season. Because I don't even remember who else was in the final, but I was like, no.
I remember that season. Yeah, I don't think that season was that good. Was that 9?
Yeah. And that was a winter season.
Okay, that one. I was going to say, I remember one being kind of boring, and it's just like,
Lana and Ron was another one, because at the beginning I was like, fuck these two. But by the end I was like, oh my God, I love Lana and Ron. He really won me over on that one.
I know. I really believed in them by the end. That's the journey I want, though. I want to be like, you suck, and then the guy to like be kind of worth it.
He proved himself. And then it was also Sammy and Tom, Claire, which I don't care because I know Tom is dating Molly from season 6, so it doesn't matter. And then Shaq and Tanya, which they suck too.
Wait, I loved Tom, and his best friend, like out of that series, I think was Casey. Wasn't Casey on this? I
Casey
loved
and
their
Will
romance.
and Farmer
oh
Will.
My God, yes. I loved that grouping, but they didn't make it to the finals. So it was like this, I don't care about any of these people.
Yeah, Casey and Rosie got sent home. And then right after Jesse and Will did, which people didn't really like Jesse, I feel like. I was fine with Jesse.
Didn't they all say that she was like just using him? Yes.
Yeah, they're still engaged, I think. But it was crazy Casa when Will was like, I wasn't faithful. And then he like cried. And I was like, oh, I was gagged. I love that Maya Jama now asks the girls and is like, are you shocked by his decision? And they're like, yeah, because I got Casey did that too. Oh my God. Casey was paired up with this girl in Casa, Cynthia. And I was like, oh, I hope he picks Cynthia. I hope he picks Cynthia. And he didn't. And I was like, all these white men are fumbling these beautiful black women. And I just cannot handle it. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Because I think a lot of times like the stories wouldn't come back, or they used to, I guess, give postcards or videos. So then the girls knew what to ask about.
Yeah.
The OG girls. But now we should hear it from the person who was with him. I want to hear it from her mouth.
Maya Jama.
She'll be honest. She'll be brutally honest because she's mad she's not in the house.
Oh, Maya Jama straight up asks. And it is brutal. The most brutal part is when they come in and they're so happy to see that they chose each other and they reunite.
And then just crush it.
And then Maya Jam was like, yeah, do you think you were honest? And Will straight up was like, no. He was like, stop. It wasn't funny, but it was great TV.
No, it's great TV.
I do need a break because I'm binge watching and I've forgotten all of their names. I have no idea who's who. So I would love a scripted series for a little bit. Are you watching anything else?
You're going to be so proud of me, Alicia.
Okay.
I watched season 1 of Real Housewives of Potomac. Yeah.
Did you like it? Aren't they just so stupid together?
I realized that I have watched the first 2 episodes so many times and it just didn't catch me. But I totally understand what you're saying with the bit. Because the touching butts comes up in season 1. I didn't realize how long standing that bit was or how early it popped in. But I think why I get deterred from it is, and I need to know how you feel about these people. I hate Karen. Am I on the wrong side of this? She drives me nuts.
Karen will grow on you. She will. Guess. She's a hard pill to swallow at first because if I remember, she was in some legal troubles, right? In season 1, wasn't she?
No.
Free Uncle Tom. That was in season 1?
No.
That might be season 2. But she
she's worse.
It's so good. She will grow on you in the sense that she does present as this grande dame. I'm better than everyone else. But then she loses her wig and she trips and falls. She
comes down to earth a little bit.
She's never fully on earth, but everyone really humbles her quick.
Okay.
In the sense of
that's what bothers me is season 1 is all about her etiquette rules and how it just drives me I don't mind her being rule whatever of etiquette. I don't care about that because I find that to be very showmany and that's what Real Housewives is about. It's that Ashley is hey, I want to get to know your family more. I'd love to meet your daughter. And she's like, you do not get to spend any time with my daughter. And it's babe, she's not asking to have a sleepover with your daughter. She's I want to meet your family because I want to know you better.
So Charisse was on this, right?
Yep.
And Katie?
Yep. Yes.
Was this?
Wait. Katie and that man. I haven't watched the reunions yet. So I saw the teaser for it. But Katie and basically trying to force that man to propose to her. He clearly doesn't want to propose to her. He finally proposes to her in the worst proposal I've ever seen in my life. And then she's like, yay, we got engaged. Only for that finale, thing to pop up. And it's they broke up, got re-engaged. And then I saw the teaser for the reunion. And it's I see you're not wearing your ring and Andrew didn't come. I'm of course I knew that was going to happen. But what are we doing, Katie?
If I say the sentence, sorry I called you dumb, maybe I meant stupid, does that mean anything to you?
No.
Okay. Then Katie must at some point return.
Oh.
And she's her wig's falling off. And she's sorry I called you dumb. I guess I meant stupid.
she has to come back for a second season.
They have like one-liners where it's just like,
no, these ladies are so funny because I realize what's great, and this used to be kind of how Housewives was, is you didn't like dig into people's life. You just like were like, your take's dumb, and they would like clock them in such a brilliant way. Like, God, there was one thing Giselle was saying. Oh, Katie's like, you suck all the room out of the air, and Giselle goes, we're outside. But Katie isn't hearing it. She's just talking. So Giselle keeps just going, well, we're outside. We're outside.
No.
So like, I can't suck all the air out of the room. We're outside. And
no,
I'm like, you guys.
It's insane. It's so good. But yeah, Karen will always be on her high horse. But things happen that you're like, well, all right, Karen. Like there's this one moment where she's like, yeah, I am my etiquette, and her wig's half fallen off, so they're trying to help her put her wig on, and she's like, I got it. And it's just so hilarious. She'll grow.
It sits really far back, right? I know nothing about wearing wigs, so I'm like...
Her and Giselle also, those two beef a lot in the sense of like they just quip at each other. Like they will just quip. So I think Karen will grow on you, maybe because I'm not a big Giselle fan, but I do appreciate her.
Giselle's my favorite.
See, yeah.
So I don't think Karen's my cup of tea, and that's okay. I understand her character archetype though. Like she can be on the show, but I need her to not. I don't mind her being Miss Etiquette Queen, like she's the Grand Dame, she's above people. I need her to be better on the takes she's having, because I understand not wanting Michael at the beach house because it was a girls' weekend. But she's like, I was so uncomfortable. I'm like, that man is not going to do anything to you.
They'll all do that. Like at one point, Giselle will pull one of that. Like they all
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. Against my girl Candace, which is when I fight. I can't remember how I felt about Giselle. I always really hated Robin. So the fact that Giselle was hanging out with Robin, I was like, I fucking hate it.
Delusional queen,
dude, I hate
that
Robin.
Marriage. I'm like, and then
it never gets better.
Her house being foreclosed upon, I was like,
dude, wait until the Canadian lady comes in. Like, it never gets better.
Is that when? Because I know some pop culture things about this show. I've just never watched it. I'm so plugged into Bravo. I know things about this. Is that when Juan Dixon, like, paid for a girl's hotel room or something? Is that situation? Yeah. Oh, I know about that situation. Because the mental gymnastics she does to try to make that seem like it's normal... Crazy.
The delusion, and I just want you to watch everyone's faces of like, Robin, come on, girl. Oh, it's good. No, it's you're in for a lot, especially with Charisse. There's a lot of drama with Charisse that comes up.
How long is she on it? I don't know why I thought she was a 1 and done.
I think she's a 2, but her and Karen get into some beef. Ashley Darby fights with anyone. Wait till Monique Samuels comes in. Oh, she brings her fucking
Ashley
bird.
Darby is the perfect character to be the wedge coming in to be like, I'm a new girl. And they're like, who the fuck are you?
Wait till she opens her restaurant. Like, Ashley is... The thing is, Ashley's one of those housewives, her and Giselle. I would never hang out with them in a million years, but I need them on my screen because they're so stupid. Yeah. Like, these two are just...
But Ashley's divorce can't come soon enough for me because I hate Michael.
It will never come. It'll take forever. I think she just officially got divorced on the newest season. Like, the episode I just watched, she's like, I'm finally divorced.
I'm like, that guy... I'm like, why... What do you see in that guy besides his money?
Freaky Michael. I think season 3 is when the show really gets good because you keep that cast for like 4 seasons, just that cast.
Ooh. That's golden.
Like, until recently, like, I think last season, there weren't a lot of new people. It was just all the same cast.
That's why Salt Lake City is doing so well. Is, like, you keeping a group and not having to, because it's the weird intros and, like, knowing that these people are not actually friends with each other and you're, like, making friendships. I don't want to watch grown women become friends on my screen. I want you to be friends, and I want to watch your long-standing beef and issues. And, like, if you have a fight, deciding if you're willing to give up a 10-year friendship.
Yeah, so season 2, it's the same cast basically, and they add Monique. And then Charisse leaves, but they add Candace in season 3. And then all those ladies stay. Season 6, they just add Wendy, which is a good ad. I think I love I love Dr. Wendy. I'm sad she got arrested.
I was about to say, where do you stand on her arrest?
I'm sad. I love Dr. Wendy. And then we had Mia and Monique leave, but for the most part, you keep your core for like a long time.
Ashley, Karen, Giselle, and Robin being on there, like they're clearly the core four. And doesn't Robin leave though?
Robin gets fired, because she's boring.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, girlie, if you're gonna make me watch your and Juan's disastrous relationship, give me some spice to it.
No, she's boring. I hate her. I never liked her. Thought she was stupid.
I like her and Giselle's friendship, but like I like Giselle, so like I'm like this is so fun to have your bestie, and like you guys have like lives that are very similar to each other. But that's about it.
So good. My favorite. I can't wait till you get clinkety clack. Don't drop the soap. Don't drop the soap. I say that all the time. Even when Wendy, anyone I see goes to jail, it could be on the news, and I go, clinkety clack, don't drop the soap.
Is that a response to Karen?
No, Karen says it.
Karen says it to who?
I don't think I can tell you that.
Okay. No worries.
Yeah, clinkety clack, don't drop the soap.
Oh my God.
I think it's Karen that says it. They're like at a picnic.
If Karen says it, that's wild considering where her story ends up.
Oh, I know. She says it to Ashley.
Okay.
Clinkety clack, don't drop the soap.
I am more inclined to have Karen back on Potomac. Even though she drives me nuts, I understand after you walking through the cast changes. Just like the core four, it's like, but if this season that you're watching now is good, then don't bring her back. But I would understand how you need their dynamic to carry the show.
Here's the thing. Season 8 Karen, or season, what are we on?
9.
Season 10?
Yeah, so like season 9
was
her last
season 9 Karen is gonna drive you nuts, dude. I was like, get this girl in jail already. Like, get her off my screen.
Can we quicken it up and can we extend her time, please?
The way she is like, I didn't really get a DUI. Like, I just want to like strangle her.
But here's the thing. She's at BravoCon. That's what tells me she's coming back.
She might be. Andy really likes
Wendy
her.
Wendy is also, I think, still on the website. So...
Team Wendy, dude. Listen, I get what she did bad, but a lot of housewives have been arrested for white collar crimes. Karen actually put people in danger.
There's been 2.
Who? Wasn't Sonia arrested for tax evasion?
She was arrested?
Wasn't Sonia Morgan arrested? I think I have a cup with her mugshot on it, no?
I just thought that was from something else.
I don't know. A lot of housewives have been arrested for stuff, but only a few have done it in a sense of hurting others. Jen Shaw, Karen, Shannon Bedore, and some of those people do come back. I think invite Wendy back because she is very good at her job. She understands the assignment. And my favorite is her.
You have to let the court case play out.
Yes.
But the problem is I don't think it's going to play out in time for her to be on the next season. They have a bias. I mean, Bravo has lots of biases, but when Teresa Giudice was indicted and going
stopped.
No, they did not stop filming with her.
Oh.
They filmed that whole season.
Oh, yeah. They waited then for her to come back.
Yes. And then she went to jail and they paused it and then they brought her back. So the fact that I think it was the timing of the wife swap episode and not knowing anything that made them pull the episode. But I was waiting for them to like put it at the end of the season. They only aired 3 of the 4 episodes. I don't think they're going to air Wendy's episode, which I'm like, air it. Innocent until proven guilty. If you let Teresa be like going to her court cases and nothing happened to her, why are we doing this to a black woman?
I agree. I think Wendy is awesome TV, dude.
And it's just insurance fraud, right? Like, it's not like she killed someone.
No, it's just she's stealing money somewhere. Which we have a ton of housewives have stolen money, probably.
How can I blame her? In this economy, I get it.
Kim Zolciak did it to her own daughter. What are we doing here, you know? Who cares? Am I right?
They kept it in the family. That technically wasn't illegal.
Is it worse, though, to steal from your kid morally?
Absolutely.
I mean,
however, no laws around it.
No, Wendy's one of my favorites. I love that anytime someone comes at her, she goes, I got 4 degrees and you got how many? And you're just like, that's a great burn. It's a great burn.
And
it's
it lasts
so
forever.
Good. Clinkety clack, don't drop the show. You're going to have so much fun. It's
because I like write down the good quotes. I'm like, Meredith, we can't take this many quotes down. Like they're not all that iconic. Dude, because everything they say is iconic to me.
And their fights are fights. Like none of this. Like picture Teresa Giudice flipping the table almost every fucking time they go out to eat. But they do it a little more classier where they just bring like a karaoke machine and yell at you through the mic and like it's like someone's birthday. So then that person's like, this is really ruining my birthday. It's just always chaos.
My favorite thing in Housewives is when somebody's like, this really isn't the venue. I'm like, you threw a party and you brought everyone together. There's going to be a fight.
They always do it. They always throw drinks. Oh my God, it's so good.
Damn. Okay. But all right, I'm on this journey.
They're all weirdly friends. Potomac is fascinating.
My thing is I do need to go back to Miami because I want to finish Miami by the time the next season comes, which I have a year. So I will probably watch half of Potomac, go back to Miami.
Yep.
And then I'll catch up with the second half of Potomac. Like
Potomac
next year.
For me though was super easy to binge. Like I think OC is harder to binge than Potomac ever was.
Okay.
Potomac, I had that shit on my TV constantly because it could just.
I did clean out my entire fridge.
Yeah.
While watching Potomac, it was a great one to watch while I was doing like cleaning my kitchen and like doing a lot of chores I didn't want to do.
Yeah, I find like the OC harder for me to watch 3 episodes in a row with no break. Potomac, I could flow that shit. I could do anything while watching Potomac.
Perfect.
10 out of 10. I'm so excited for you.
I have been trying to finish it before we recorded this, but I couldn't get those reunions done, which is fine.
No.
But I was like, Meredith, you have an assignment. Make it happen.
Nicki Minaj does a reunion one time.
I see. I know some of the lore on this side. I just don't know anything else around it.
Also, whoever at IMDb rated this show a 5.6, you're disturbed. This is some of the best Housewives I've seen.
Wow. Again, racist.
I have made a lot of progress though on my Housewives, and I'm proud of that.
You're crushing it.
In the sense that I'm gonna finish the OC soon. It's hard,
monumental.
Dude. It's hard, but I'm on season 11 still. I don't even know this new girl, Kelly. She sucks.
Kelly
dude.
Dodd.
I don't know.
Is she brunette?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's friends with Vicky for a while.
Alicia.
When everyone hates Vicky.
She is like good at stirring up drama, but it becomes so dark. She is like a MAGA freak.
Oh,
but it's Kelly. Not up front because like it's not that time like in the world, but like she becomes so annoying.
She's on it for longer than I got to the point. Shannon threw a 70s party and Kelly's kind of a fucking nutcase. Like she was like, we're looking for Vicky's purse. And someone goes, what does it look like? Kelly goes, it doesn't matter what it looks like. We're looking for her purse. And the person's like, I'm trying to fucking help you.
No.
And we just start a full fight and poor Shannon gets yelled at. And then they're like, I see why David cheated on you. And I was like, aw, leave Shannon alone, man. Because I like Shannon. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I really enjoy Shannon on my screen.
I enjoy Shannon. It's just like, you're like, it's the like kooky person where you're like, oh my God.
Well, she's
like, what
funny.
is up with this girl?
Like I like when she was like,
not purposely. Sometimes I'm laughing at her, and sometimes I'm laughing with her.
Yeah, I like how in her interviews a lot though, she's kind of like, hey man, it was the 70s. Like let's all get naked. Like she's just a funny mom, type.
I agree.
Where she's enjoyable in that sense.
The one thing is she can laugh at herself, but if somebody else laughs at her, she cannot deal with that well.
Yeah,
and so it's
like
someone
she hates.
You do this. Like you are the one who started it. Like you made the first comments. Why can't I? There's one moment where between her and Kelly Dodd.
Just say it.
Where her iconic line, talking about iconic lines from Potomac, she goes, it's on my plate! And she like throws the plate across the table because Kelly Dodd's like, eat up, piggy. And she goes, it's fine.
Oh, see, I hate Kelly because I just think there's something really likable about Shannon. Even if you want to hate her, there's something weirdly likable. Kelly, I'm not finding enjoyable.
I like Shannon post David, or like not when she's that uptight, like skinny ass little, like.
I like her post David cheating.
Like, yeah. Yes.
Post David cheating and it all getting out there. Because that was really vulnerable, honestly. That was a lot.
But she's trying to be this perfect person before the cheating comes out. And you're like, this is off-putting.
And I like her and Tamara's friendship, but I think Tamara's a fair weather friend because I don't trust her. If I was Shannon, I'd be pissed at Tamara, who's now like hanging out with Vicky, who also is like telling David to fuck off and like that whole thing. I like my little Heather.
I love Heather.
I feel bad that she's like, Terry's not spending time with the family. And I'm like, this has been a problem since day one. And I love Terry, but I think we need to not divorce, but I think we need to kill him or something really quick.
Well, I can't remember because I don't know what like season you're in and what year it is, but like if Botched has already started,
he's doing Botched.
He already did surgeries before he did Botched, but they were like 1 or 2 seasons. They never really stuck. But Botched becomes like a time suck because there's like 4 different versions of it at one point. Like, and it's filmed I think in LA and they're in OC. So like that's a hike to get there.
And he's a literal surgeon. I know our argument right now is that he agreed to do something on Mother's Day. And Heather was like, first my birthday and now Mother's Day. Yep. And then you have Megan King Edmonds who is trying to get pregnant. But Jimmy's terrible, dude. They have to get divorced. I think I might have looked it up. Jimmy's a terrible husband. This must be so real to watch your marriage on TV and be like, my husband's awful, dude.
No, Alicia, that one's so weird to me because Jim Edmonds played for the Cardinals, and like I know that man in my sports world, and I'm like, the fuck are you doing on my screen right now? Especially out in Orange County, like you guys live in St. Louis, so they like are out there because of like that stuff with his kids and his like first wife. But that man has so much drama in St. Louis, and I can't wait to tell you what happened once they're off the show.
Oh my god! Okay,
it is crazy.
She's like trying to get pregnant, and she's like, do you want me to send you the videos of me like poking myself? Because you could tell she's like very excited about this. And he's like, no.
She just wants to have a family, and they can't do it the normal way because like he had a vasectomy.
He has a sperm and a thing. He's not even going to be around for like the insertion or whatever.
Yeah. I know. And you're just like, can't you support your wife? Like Terry is like busy and he's like not spending time with Heather, but like he cares about her when they do spend time together.
Loves
like
her
you
so much.
Yes. Whereas like you see Jim, I don't know if people call him Jimmy or Jim, but you see him and you're like, you don't like your wife.
No, because Terry does come home, and even when Heather immediately is like, I can't believe you're going off for Mother's Day. Like, what the fuck, jerk? He's like, I'm sorry. Like, let me call. Yeah. You can tell he's like, girl, I love you so much.
He
it
feels
just
bad.
happened.
Whereas, like, Jim Edmonds is like, he
has a girl in St. Louis somewhere that you cannot convince me otherwise.
I'm not joking. I kept following them for a while there because the tea was so good. If there was a Real Houses of St. Louis, they would have been on it, and Megan would have been a star because of what happened. They do get divorced. I just have to say this.
They must,
and their divorce story and like what happened next is crazy. Actually, can I just tell you?
Yeah, of course. Wait, can I ask a question separately about divorce? Are Tamara and Eddie, they're not still together, right?
They're still together.
Oh my God. Also divorce. Divorce on everyone. Anyway.
Okay,
go forward with
Megan she has some kids, and so they move back to St. Louis. They're not on the show. Yeah, they have multiple, and it all happens on the show, like their kids, so you will watch it. But they move back to St. Louis, and they have a daughter, and then like twin sons, and they move back to St. Louis. They are like Jim Edmonds starts working for the Cardinals. He's like an announcer, and they start building this massive.
That guy. He is the most bland loser.
No, not that guy. Not the one you're thinking of. It's a different one. You would only
Jim Edmonds?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about somebody else who you hate.
He is so bland. How is he in a... No, I hate Joe Buck. Don't get it twisted.
He's a Hall of Famer in St. Louis. He's a Cardinals Hall of Famer.
He
really does know his baseball stuff. I know. But baseball-wise, great.
All right.
He starts advising. He was a coach for a little bit. He starts advising some players, and he's doing announcement, whatever. So they're living in St. Louis. They're building this massive house, Alicia. And then they file for divorce. And the house finishes. He moves in this new girl, and Megan writes this whole blog. I remember the day it came out. My sister was like, go read this now. Megan writes this blog about how Jimmy is now dating somebody new, and it's somebody they had a threesome with, who they knew in Orange County, and now she lives in St. Louis. He flew her out there, and they move into the house. Megan designed the whole thing. They built the whole thing together. They get divorced. It's his house because she could not afford that. And this woman moves into the house Megan designed, built. She used to walk through it and show the closet on Instagram, and this woman is moving her shit in. It was the most unhinged thing. They're in this massive custody battle, and there was a house I think they owned together. There was maybe he technically owned it, but she had to move out and go get her own house. There was this huge fight over her leaving it quote unquote dirty, and she was like, I'm raising our 3 kids.
Where do the kids fucking fall into this?
She was like, I hired a cleaning person, then he locked the cleaning person out. She's putting this all on Instagram. He wouldn't let my cleaning person come in and clean it, and he's online saying that I left it dirty, but you wouldn't let me clean it up. It's they were airing everything out during this early stages of divorce. And then recently, within the last year and a half, 2 years, something happened where she walked into their house and did something to the new wife, because Jim then marries this other woman.
Was it Courtney O'Connor?
Yes. They and he's the love of my life. I hate when people say that. The kids weren't there. He just went and got married in France. His older kids were. He has 3 different baby mamas. He has 2 daughters, the 2 middle kids,
with the wife who was deceased.
The wife. The deceased wife who had cancer are the 2 oldest girls. Yes. And then he had a good relationship with them. And then there's another wife in St. Louis. They do not have a good relationship. And he has 2 kids with that woman.
And then Megan?
And then Megan. And then now he has the new wife. This is his 4th marriage.
This guy's got a freaky face now. He had a lot of work done. Holy shit. Yeah. So he has 3 baby mamas?
3 baby mamas, 4 wives. And there was so much custody battle stuff where Megan got the final say on if the kids' faces could be put online, but Jim and the new wife would not stop putting them online. She was like, stop doing this. Let's keep our kids private. And they wouldn't do it. So then she started showing them again. I'm not joking. There were so many nitty gritty details during it all that being someone from St. Louis was hilarious. I feel really bad. It was not great.
Oh, I feel bad for Megan King Edmonds.
Yeah, she's just Megan King now. She's back. But all of her kids' middle names are King. So she it's as if she got a last name.
Oh my God.
Imagine that man as your ex-husband, and when that's how he treats her as his wife. He treats his wife like that. Imagine being his ex-wife.
He's mean, dude.
Yeah.
I hope Megan's I'm going to look her up on Instagram after this. I hope she's doing good. Because I don't dislike Megan. She's not my favorite. But, yeah. Okay, yeah. He had 2 daughters from his first marriage to Leanne, who died. Yep. He had a son and a daughter from his second marriage to someone named Allison, who he was with from 2008 to 2014. And then in October 2014, he married Megan. That's crazy.
Yep.
And then they divorced in 2019. Wow, they're only together for 5 years. Well, I guess
Vicky called it.
Call me in 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he married Courtney in 2022. So what was he doing in 2 years there? Meeting her?
There was a lot of commentary on him and Megan getting divorced. So and the threesome stuff. So I honestly think they were just letting it air out.
Wow. Amazing. Fuck this dude. He's the most boringest loser in the entire world.
No, I'm so happy they were living in St. Louis whenever the divorce really went down, because the drama was piping since it was like more of a small town than like
in 2019. OC. You were like, this is it. This is it.
Well, because then we went into the pandemic and there was so much shit about it. Because one of the twins has some like health issues.
He has
and so
7 kids.
Yes.
2, 4, 3. Wow.
Yeah. Megan was like working, like this kind of, I think, led up to their divorce. Is Megan, like one of their sons had like some health issues and developmental issues. So she was doing everything she could to get early intervention. And like they were doing like the oxygen, like barrack chamber things, whatever those are called. Like she was doing all this stuff. They were like living in New Orleans for a little bit, living in California for a little bit, like so he could have access to any therapy he needed. And honestly, worked, because like they were saying he was not going to walk. So she was gone, and then the pandemic hit, and she was living in California because she was getting him therapies, and they, I think, were going through their divorce proceedings. So it was just like wild to be in lockdown when some of their stuff was going on, because this was like making the papers in St. Louis.
Do we know, does he have a relationship with his children?
Yes. Oh, I mean, he has all the money. How could he not?
Damn, do we know where his like other kids are?
His 2 oldest he's really close with, because he had an amicable relationship with their mom, so I don't think there was a lot of drama, so that was easier. But if you think about it, like he was playing for a lot of the older kids' life.
Yeah.
Too. So I think that was just also different. And then he had his like next 2, and when he was in California, like I always found that weird. Is like you're like abandoning your 2 other kids in St. Louis to like come out here, but like
he's always
just, like,
in St. Louis anyway. But Leanne's kids were in California, so like, what do we?
Yeah,
geez.
So that was what was difficult. Is he played in both states. Yeah. So then his like first 2 kids were there. Then he had kids in St. Louis. So I think that would cause a divide. But the middle kids, I think he, from an outsider perspective, I don't actually know their life. It to me seems like he is like buying them off more. Like he has a daughter and a son, and the son like, hearing and watching his like baseball career, and he's like an 8th grader. I'm like, stop. This is so embarrassing. Now he's in high school and I get it more, but
with the second wife, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But I was always like, this is so, stop. No.
Oh God.
And like watching him like at the school he goes to, I'm like, I know all of these places. I know what the reputation is of places. Like it's just so weird. But yeah, their lore is good.
So he has a relationship with all 7 of his children, ideally.
Yeah, especially being in St. Louis now, since the 5 young, like on the younger side are all there. The older ones aren't there, but they fly in all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I think you're kind of a shitty father. Because he left one of his oldest daughters basically in the care of Megan. He was like, I'm going to St. Louis, make sure my daughter goes to school. It's like, that's not
and
really...
this is before she has kids. Like, you're just...
She was 30, dude. She was like 29, 30. Imagine you're a stepmom to this fucking 18-year-old. You're like, geez, just go to school. Oh my God. I'm like, I cannot wait to deep dive on these.
I'll try and dig up the blog she wrote where she aired it out on why they were getting divorced and how he was moving on to this other woman.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. Fuck this dude. I never liked Jimmy from the beginning. Never. I always thought he was a loser. Sorry.
To be honest, like the rumor is that she was only on the show because her brother is RJ King. He's a model, very like famous and popular at the time, like being a male model. But the rumor mill was, this is all alleged, that he was Andy Cohen's like fuck buddy. And that's how she got on the show.
Nice. Any way you can. But it seems like the Dubrows are good friends with Jimmy.
I think they knew him, but because you're just like a famous person in California, but...
Yes. I hope Terry didn't do his facial reconstruction that looks like Jimmy got, because it's pretty unfortunate. His face is always
so red.
No, it's pretty unfortunate, Jimmy Edmonds. So he's still so in St. Louis today? He's so ugly, dude.
He's so ugly for having 4 wives who were all like gorgeous. Well, like, how did you pull that?
He's a St. Louis star, baby. Like, come on. No, I think it's so funny. I'm still shook that he was an announcer. He is the most bland piece of white bread I've ever had to deal with on my screen.
He is as bland as you would think, but he does know the topic. So he is better on that than Housewives.
So Megan doesn't stick around too long, does she?
I'm
gonna look up the cast for season 12.
I think she makes it probably 3 years.
Okay, yeah, she's on the next season after this. Jesus, Kelly is still here. That's how I feel.
No, you're gonna lose it when
Heather leaves. Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
You're gonna lose it when Megan has her first kid and see how Jimmy handles that.
Oh my god, I hate. See, this is why it's hard to watch. It's hard to binge OC for me.
Yeah,
they're all so unlikable. Potomac, they're at least likable.
Good point.
Anyway, I'll do it. For the. I must know. I must know what happens with Kimmy, with Jimmy King Edmonds and Megan King Edmonds. I don't fucking know what their names. Oh, that was great. I'm not listening to anything.
I'm about to start Stassi's first book, so everybody gear up for that audiobook series.
Oh my god, how many books are you doing? I'm exhausted for you.
The list is endless of requests, so
I'm exhausted for you.
Just wait, Carl Radke's book is coming out on 12/30, and somebody got an early copy and said it's actually really good. So I'm weirdly excited about that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I still need to go to Soft Bar. It's on my list. Don't worry, everyone. I'm going to do the journalism from the ground up.
Yeah, you need to go once it's been up and running for a while. You need to see the vibe.
The problem is I've been practicing on TikTok, but I'm not practicing filming other things and then cutting that into a video. So
just send it to me. I'll do it.
I'll do it. I'm getting better, but I'm going to practice when I'm on vacations and stuff. And I'm going to go to Soft Bar, and I hope I run into Carl, and I'm going to try to interview him.
We need to get you a mini mic.
Just going to be like, sup, Carl. What do you recommend? As someone who's not really sober,
Great
but
question.
Is willing to go with the vibes. I don't even know if it's open. It has to be.
It is, because it's open during the day and night. Because it is a coffee shop like during the day, which is, I knew they needed that. If they were just going to be like a bar vibe, it was never going to work.
Mondays and Tuesdays it closes at 4, but on weekends, wow, it's open till 10. We are getting wild.
I thought you were about to say lit, and I was going to say you're not.
I haven't actually seen any reviews on Soft Bar yet. So.
Oh, really? I have. When it first opened, people were going that first month. I saw them on a bunch of creators.
Maybe I'll go there for like a reading coffee shop day. See what happens.
There we go. That's the thing. We need a daytime vibe. Everybody's been going at night.
Oh, I'm not going there once the sun goes down. I'm hungry and I need to get out.
Not past 4 p.m.
No. Not past 4 p.m. I'll be gone. But yeah. That's great. Anyway,
love it.
Is this the end then? Do all the things I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. And with that, love ya.
Thanks for joining. Bye.